consider themselves
They have
like
to like run the idea around.
they're not subordinates to you. They consider themselves like members of your pack.
That's right. And if you show weakness, you are no longer the alpha.
Yeah,
Right.
but I mean, you can look on like YouTube and just look for videos of huskies disobeying their owners, and they are just the sassiest pups you've ever seen before.
Yeah, they're like my 5-year-old.
Yeah, no, legit in a dog form.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So, are we also recording this, Jesse?
Yeah, we are live now.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I know we're live, but are we recording too?
I mean, it's going to be recording straight to YouTube, so I can probably
Hell yeah!
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like forever and ever.
Unless you want me to get rid of it, which we can if you want.
Yeah, we're living in the future now, David.
I know, right?
It's too late.
There's already way too much stuff out there already that's permanent.
Yeah.
All right. I was hoping you could like make me look like sexier.
Yeah.
No.
Totally.
You got maybe a filter. No.
Yeah. Just a little
Get yourself an
Snapchat filter.
Instagram filter. Yeah, Snapchat, something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Just put dog ears on everybody.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah. Oh, look at that, Jesse. We can see your screen. That's pretty cool.
There we go.
Protect my identity with dog ears. You'll never know.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we're recording now. So,
Cool.
what do y'all want to talk about?
Is anybody watching
We
it?
need to get right into the weekender.
Like, can people see it?
Not yet.
Yeah.
In theory,
I think so too.
Yeah. But I honestly think it's the weekender that we should definitely be talking about, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, there's some cool stuff happening.
Jesse, can you pull up? I'm on my phone, so I'm going to pull it up too. But if you can pull up, or if everybody who's able to wants to pull up the weekender summary on the
Warhammer community. Yeah.
I'll put the link on the chat right here. And for those watching at home, I'll also put on the YouTube chat. Boom, there you go.
So I'm going to actually scroll down so we can do this in the proper order that it came out in. Starting from the bottom and working our way up.
So like there's two, Will. There's day 1 and day 2, right?
No, it's all in a single.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
It's all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, we can skip Friday because that's just them setting up and saying, hey, it's finally here. What is that? What is that?
It's Ryan's paint
Is that
cleaner?
Ryan's
Supersonic Ultra cleaner. The man's hobbying hard.
Yeah, man.
All right, so setting up.
Yeah. So Friday, setting up, no big deal. Saturday, let's see. We got pictures of people standing in line. That's always cool. They got their live blog updates, which is nice because they gave us like accurate. They gave us like accurate time slots for when things were going to be. I'll just wait for Ryan to finish. Whatever you're doing, man, it's so loud.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you know, all I was doing was clicking my mouse. So sorry.
No, what is that? What is that sound?
Are you sure that's me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you running your power cable through your mouse?
120 volt mouse cable.
Honestly, that's what it sounds like, dude.
Yeah,
It sounds like it might. Yeah, Ryan. It sounds like it might be like bleed over.
It's our first video.
I'm just gonna do hand and arm signals for the rest of the show. I'm just gonna mute.
Thank you. Yeah, just practice your sister Silence Hood combat signals.
Hey, let me know if
Oh my god.
let me know if this pops up for you guys. It should be the live chat group chat
on YouTube.
Yeah. So if people do watch and chime in and want to say how much we suck, we can just be right there.
Do not at me. All right.
At me.
Yeah. So continuing on, they give us like a sneak preview of 2 models. They're like black silhouettes. They have like a picture of some books, and then we get into the thing I want to talk about. The Citadel color.
Ooh.
Color.
So much
the
about
contrast.
Hello, Peter Hairston. Welcome.
So the contrast paints, I keep seeing people go, "Oh, this is amazing! Like, this is insane. This is." I just feel like people don't. I don't know. Maybe they don't understand that this thing's been around for a while. I don't know. What's everybody else's opinion on the contrast paints?
I'm of the same opinion. I mean, it's hard to tell until you get your hands on it, but it seems like it's just inks and glazes and shit, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Which it's kind of surprising it took them so long to really. I mean, they've had glazes for a while,
but very few colors.
Yeah, very few colors. It's just, it's cool. It brings it to a wider community.
That's true, and it really does. I feel like, for one, I'm not the target audience for this. I feel like the target audience is going to be the kids who might not be able to spend hours a day painting or hours a week painting. They need something that they can just get onto a model. They can primal model white and then use these contrast colors to do everything that they need to do.
Hey, Will, let me ask you a question. Would you ever use this? Is there ever a circumstance where you might use this?
No. Honestly, here's the reason. Because it's just thin down paint with a glazing medium. I can buy. I'm just paying for more medium than I am pigments.
Yeah.
Buy a pot of the actual Citadel paints or a thing of ink like Ryan has there, and then I add my own glazing mediums to that. I can get the same result, but I can get buckets, literally gallons more for the price.
Is this? Can you run this through an airbrush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably,
Yeah. Okay.
I think. I don't know. I think that's kind of creating a misconception when you see how they're advertising this, because they give you this impression that, okay, they have a gray primer now and a white primer. And depending on which primer you use affects what you're, they had the side by side. So they had a fairly large selection, I think like 40 plus of these.
Yeah,
right?
It was close to 40 at least.
Yeah. And so they had a model on each side and they showed, okay, if it's primed white versus gray, this is what it's going to look like. So you have a pretty good diversity in color there. But all you're doing is really getting a good base coat, or, maybe you're getting a filter on something you've already painted, but, they're selling it as all you need to do is spray this stuff and you're good to go. But you still have to put base coats on.
Well, again, like you said,
right?
Sort of.
Unless you're painting
it's not, the base coats are kind of canceled out in this case, because you do the primer and then you take one coat of this Citadel contrast, lay it on, and apparently it's thickened and thin enough to where you have highlights, shading, and base taken care of all in one go.
Yeah, unless you want more than one color, right? I mean, I get it. You're going to have shades of that color across wherever you paint, but
right. This is for, like they showed examples. This is for people who just need to knock out some stuff.
Yeah, or beginner painters, right?
Yeah,
so I could see this being like what Will said, marketed to the beginner painter, right? Your beginner hobbyist who, doesn't come in with a lot of experience, doesn't have a degree in fine arts, or is 6 years old and wants to just knock out some Space Marines. I think they're going to look great.
They'll look better than bare plastic. Here's going to be the telling thing. Does Forge World update its painting requirements for Warhammer World so that if you only use these glazes, they'll let you play on their tables?
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Color minimum.
Yeah.
I don't know, because they have very specific standards that they're supposed to have.
Yeah,
they are fairly stringent.
Yeah, 3 colors.
Yeah, well, so if that's gonna meet the mark, then I think it's fine.
So here's
I also agree. I mean,
for these paints to work very well, you're going to need good brush control. You're not just going to be able to slap this on all over a model, right? Because what you're doing is you're going to have white, and then if you're doing an Ultramarine, you're going to slap blue all over, and now you got to do the dude's yellow. So what happens when you put yellow over blue?
You get green.
You're not going to get gold, that's for sure. So you're still going to need brush control, which I think is going to help because the kids who use these, or the beginner painters who use these, are going to learn good brush control.
Yeah.
And, maybe you don't have a firm understanding of how highlighting and shadings work. So this could probably be fine. I think for newer players, now, I mean, me, as I'm one to do, I will experiment and probably do a small 500 point list or something like that using just these paints, because that's kind of my thing to do. Is
yeah, man,
I'll always experiment with new techniques and whatnot. Like Dave, your Emperor Spears were all done with inks, and I'd never done inks before.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm always trying to experiment. So if I get another little project like that, I'll probably try these. But I think for the broad hobbyist, it's just something that's already been there and accessible to us. And if we wanted to use it, we would have been using it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be so negative, right? I mean, it does add another set of tools, right? And people have all sorts of preferences on the types and brands of paint and everything. So it's not bad to have another set of tools. I'll be interested to see what their price point is, what they decide to set the price point in,
right?
To see how competitive.
$8 a pot.
Oh,
it's one.
Well, but it's the larger pots.
Yeah, it's
no, because it was standing next to the Marines. So that's about.
Yeah.
Those are like what, $7-8 anyway?
Yeah. But okay, so here's something else that's interesting since we're continuing the paint conversation. Did you guys see someone did a close-up shot of some of the air paints that they had on display, and they had some of the Forge World discontinued lines and the new updated pots as GW Air.
Like Sons of Horus Green and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, dude.
So if that's the case, I mean, that's going to be pretty big because a lot of people liked that paint as long as it's still pretty much the same formula.
That's going to be a contrast paint.
Is it a contrast?
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay. So here's something I figured out, right? This is who it's going to really. This is why I'm thinking it's going to target the new hobbyist and the youthful hobbyist the most, right? Okay. Follow me on this.
Sure.
If you are getting into GW and you see how they do the 3 color up with a shading, right? To do blue in GW's old way, you would have needed 3 different types of blue, progressively darker, medium, and light, and then a blue wash, correct? With this, you only need to buy 1 paint, as opposed to buying 4 paints to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're not going to get the same result as if you did the 3 layer up, or the 3 color up. But I think that's another reason this is going to be great for that target audience, because they're going to be able to buy a single yellow, a single blue, a single metallic or gray, and a single black, and paint up a whole Ultramarines army with that.
Yeah.
No, that's actually very valid. When you start playing with inks and glazes and stuff, you can do a lot. You can create your own colors really easily. So really you have all your primary colors and a couple other, specific ones for whatever faction. And that's a good point. I mean, in theory, especially for new hobbyists, it's probably more important for a lot of new kids to play the game more, right?
Yeah.
Unless you see the models and you really like the hobby side of it. But
plus,
if it gets more people playing with painted stuff, then it's a good thing at the end of the day.
Exactly, Ryan. Yeah, that's a really good, valid point.
So, yeah, and this has been, sorry, car alarm in the back. Can you hear that?
Yeah, you better control that. It's under control, Jesse.
Quiet. There we go. Okay.
All right. Dave, do you have any, because I know you were kind of like, what's the deal with these? Is there any other concerns? Have you thought about getting into painting, seeing these? Let me ask you that.
Not me, but I think for
okay.
For Max, you know, my son who's almost 5, already like he's already hit me up a few times, man. He's like, when you painted that giant dragon in your display case? I was like, never. That's not what I said. I was like, maybe when you're 6, but that's like, you know, it's like
to him that's decades from me.
Right? Yeah. Decades, man. You know, maybe when you're a grown up. But so yeah, no, I think this is perfect for introducing kids to hobby and paint and everything else. I mean, they're going to follow these paints up with tutorial videos. They're going to have the easy builds, the easy build kits, and then these paints. I think it's going to be awesome, man. It's going to let people play the game and hobby and feel like they're part of it. Feel like they're totally part of it, right? So they can put painted miniatures on the table, and it's great.
I think what it boils down to is the people who are not going to use it aren't going to use it. The people who may not have thought about painting or stuff will probably pick this up and try it. And overall, that's a positive for the hobby. It's a net gain for the hobby and GW, of course, but Yeah.
Now, again, I think Robbie nailed it. He's like, I'm a little shocked that they're selling watered down paint, but hey, to each their own, man. Everybody's going to have their own opinion about this.
I might grab a bottle or two just to see if I can do like cool little sword.
I think it's going to be hilarious.
Some things.
Watching Duncan do a paint tutorial where he takes out one pot of paint and paints the whole miniature, and it's like, you are done.
At gunpoint. Poor Duncan's going to be at gunpoint.
Yeah, right.
He's going to be shaking.
Yeah.
If they don't do a dramatic video of that.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, they're totally going to do like a video where he's like 2 thin coats, and they're going to be like, sorry, Duncan, it's just 1 thin coat. And he's going to be like, I'm sorry, what? 1 thin coat? What are you
you're going to have to get new shirts. There's another thing to consider, though, right? This is something I came across, I think RFI, when they talked to James Wappel, he was mentioning it. He's really big on using different primers. So he does painting with just primer paint, right? So there's nothing that stops you from, if you understand how your color contrast how you want it to come out, using multiple primers on different parts of the model, right? Mm-hmm. So that you're essentially getting pre-shading and all that kind of stuff built in, and then using those as well. So, I mean, you can prime shoulder pads or shadows and darker blacks or grays, and then, where you want your highlights, you can do and with whites and whatnot. So you could probably play around with it from the primer perspective, and then play around with it from the inking perspective. And it might be interesting.
Yeah, honestly, like if you prime it in gray first, right, and then you go ahead and hit it up with a white from the top. I mean, that's your pre-shaded zenith highlight right there, and then you add this single layer of contrast paints on. Yeah, Ryan, I think that's like an easy. I think that could actually make a very easy, good-looking scheme with that combination. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe there's some experimentation could occur.
I think so. I really think where these are going to come in handy is on organic looking stuff more so than industrial stuff. Yeah. So I think like demons, like them boys right there, man.
I think they were mentioning that there was like a heavy metal artist over there, and they said that'd probably be really, really good for like flesh tones.
Yeah,
skin,
I think that's where it's going to really shine. Yeah. But anyway, so I think that's enough on the paints.
That's been driven into the ground all weekend long.
Yeah, they're very cool. I'm interested to see what happens. I don't hate them yet. So let's see. Then what do we have? We have books for the Siege of Terra. I got a nice pyramid of them, dude. Then they have the Funko Pops. Any of you guys pick up the Funko Pop Space
Please
ones?
don't.
No? You sure?
Please, no.
They look like they got more of the painting stuff.
Ooh, here's my thing with the Funko Pops. How many of us have shelves of unpainted GW product? Why are you going to take up shelf space with a GW product that you can't even put on the tabletop in 10 years when you finally get around to the
painted,
kit?
Ryan.
Yeah, that's my one fully painted model.
That's why.
I'm using this as a greater demon lord in my Demons of the Red Storm army.
It's
a 130 millimeter base. Thank you.
It's cubicle kitsch. That's all.
Yeah, dude. At my work,
it's fun.
There are fucking bucket loads of Funko Pop everywhere. I'm the odd man out because I've got a Warlord Titan on my desk instead of a Funko Pop. You know what I mean?
I got you.
You know what's cool is that we're gonna walk into Barnes and Noble in like fucking 6 months, and there's gonna be Warhammer Funko Pop whatever on the shelf, and that's it. That's it. You won, man.
Yeah,
you're mainstream, right?
We're mainstream.
I mean, you could go upstairs and see all the Warhammer novels there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
But
that's
you're right.
But
the kids aren't going to care about that. They're going to see that Funko Pop. And what is a Space Marine? He looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Gigantic head.
Yeah. Look at the
so
size of that dome.
Cool what was really cool, actually. So it continues on after the Funko Pop stack, and they actually had a bunch of like paint stations set up so everybody could try out these contrast paints, and I don't recall them ever doing that before, like having a hands-on like try before you buy kind of stuff, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is like a whole brand new line.
Well, they did. I mean, they had air paints, and they never did that with air paints. They had the Forge World paints. They never did that big of a push. So
that's a good point.
Okay, so next we move on to the Sisters of War.
No.
Battle. Oh,
yes.
Sisters of Battle.
Single Sister of Battle.
Yeah. So we've
fantastic.
Seen her teased for a little bit in the 3D AutoCAD thing, and we finally see her painted now.
Yeah. I think people could have picked her up there too, right?
They did show her sprue. I don't know if people were able to buy her.
Gotcha.
I don't think so. I thought it was a beautiful model. I'm interested in the base. If that base was a molded base that came with it, it's really elaborate. So I don't know if that's meant as a one-off character or if that's supposed to be all the models are going to have some sort of molded base with them.
I doubt they'd all have molded bases. I'm thinking this one was kind of like a very specific, like a special edition model you can pick up. Sort of like how they do like the Primaris Lieutenants and things like that.
I mean, she's gorgeous. The paint job is immaculate on her.
They did a really good job. All with contrast too, by the way. I was blown away.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding. Don't
fucking lie to me like that, Jesse. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Like those roses look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The detail on the candle wax dripping down. Oh man, it's just a great model.
Jesse, you said to me once earlier that if all of the faces looked like the 3D renders they had released, you were just not in.
I would put helmets on them.
That's right. You did say that. That's fair.
Beauty is only a helmet away.
To quote Brock Sampson from the Venture Brothers, I like you better with the helmet on. So
yeah.
But in this case, so the painted model, it's better than the CAD, but it's still in the uncanny valley for me, unfortunately.
What do you think, Will? Could you work with that face?
No.
Really?
I mean, I can. It'll look like all my. I'm not sure if you saw that picture I put up earlier, where all my faces look the exact same. Like, I am not good with faces, man. So I would not be able to do this justice. I will say though that they did pretty well on her, like putting all the scarring on her face.
Right, that's built in, right? Even that little
that's all painted.
No,
you think so?
Yeah. Well, no, the face scars on the left side of her face are, but like the little stitching scars and everything on the right side of her face.
That's painted. Yeah.
Painted. Yeah.
I think that's just the fleur-de-lis. I don't think that's a scar.
Yeah, that's just the fleur-de-lis. That's what's in the original artwork, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah. I didn't even. I thought it was a scar, man.
No,
wow. Okay.
Little tattoo.
Damn, son.
You can see the 3D render right above her.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you scroll up,
the scar is there, but just painted on the fleur-de-lis.
But no, I mean, I could paint it definitely, but it wouldn't look attractive. But these are women of battle, so I don't think they're keen on attractiveness.
Yeah.
Now that said, I will say in all the novels and everything like that, you can definitely tell that attractiveness has been bred into the Imperium, and they like bred out all the uggos from what every woman is described as.
Yeah.
And all the men are just short, fat, pompous buttholes, you know, except for the Astartes, which aren't technically men.
It's true.
So yeah, I think it's a cool model. I'm excited for the rest of the line to come out. Yeah, I think it captures everything that was Sisters of Battle, just in a more updated manner.
Do you
I'm
think
really hoping to see that that plastic Demios pattern battle tank that they have?
Yes.
Do you think we'll see it this year?
No.
No. That I thought the plan was by Christmas this year they should be rolling out. Yeah.
Maybe.
Emperor willing.
Did we get a look on the scale, like her next to a Space Marine?
Not yet.
I want to say I saw one picture, but honestly, I could not. It would be almost impossible for me to find.
Like in a display case somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. She's on that giant base, man. How would you tell? You know.
Yeah, the base. I think with the base, she stands up probably close to next to a Space Marine, if I remember right.
I think it's a 32 millimeter base, if I had to guess.
And keep in mind, this is also a display base, so 32 most likely.
Yeah, this is definitely like a display piece. Like I mean, I'm sure you can add her to the army, but
I would be surprised if they put them on 32s. But then again, they're a little bit they're a little bit bulkier.
Do that with power armor.
Yeah, they're a little bit bulkier than the Sisters of Silence, but the Sisters are on 25 millimeter, right?
No, they're on 32.
Oh, they are? Well, I stand corrected then. Yeah, they're probably on 32s then.
Something neat out of nowhere. Chaos Knights.
Oh yes.
Right.
Yeah. So, first off, I want to say that I saw the sprue for these guys, and it looks like every complaint that I personally had with the sprue, they fixed with this kit. Things like the metallic rings that the arms socket into were in like 4 pieces, and they didn't need to be. So with this kit, they're actually a single piece. Awesome. Thank you. Little things like that.
But I still don't think the legs are still not posable, though, from what they look like.
No, they are not. They are not. No. But it is weird that out of nowhere they make these guys Jaeger-legged.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on with that out of nowhere.
They add a little bit of extra kookiness to them, I guess.
Yeah.
To really separate. They really want to make them look separate from your standard Imperial Knights, I guess.
Oh, yeah. No, they totally did. I'm just like
they did a great job.
Wishing that they had Jaegered all the Knights now, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm
sure you could probably pick up some legs. Do a little leg swap.
Because, Cerastus all have that style of leg, so it's a shame that the Questores didn't all get it too. But I guess once Questores Night House goes traitor, they're just like, let's add some fucking shit to our Titans. And they're like, right on, man.
And they kept this pretty well under wraps, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. And they're super cool, man. They got so much going on. New cannons, new weapons. I like them.
Great kit.
Do you think we'll see rules for 30K?
Nah, maybe the late war.
Yeah.
I would expect late war, yeah. But some of these are like partly demon possessed, where the helmets have started to grow into fangs and that kind of stuff. So I definitely think that's late war stuff, if you see it at all.
I mean, they followed the armatures up so quickly with 30K rules.
Yeah.
What is that sarcasm, Dave?
Well, I mean, within like 6 months, right? I mean,
it was
a year, a whole year.
Yeah, Forgebane came out a while ago before we finally got armature rules.
No, man. See, this is I don't keep track. So okay, so maybe in a year we'll see Chaos Knight rules.
Yeah. I think if a year at the earliest, probably.
After that, look who's coming.
What do we got?
You've got a Mechanicum transport.
That is cool.
Finally. Again.
A hovercraft, nonetheless.
Years it took, but they finally got it. And it's a transport and like a gunboat. I really like
At first, I was like, ugh, but then I was like, that's actually kind of cool. I kind of like it. It grew on me quick.
Like I love the callback to the World War II landing ship craft. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So fucking cool. It's like basically a reverse. If you look at the chassis, it's like a reverse Rhino. The door is the same build as the Rhino. The ramp angle is the same as a Rhino, and they're just like, fucking turn it around and put fucking floaty pads on it. Let's go.
Well, they got auto cannons on the sides, or is that melta guns?
Stubbers.
I think stubbers.
Yeah.
It's got some guns though, for sure.
So the tank variant has hull-mounted missiles, stubbers on the sponsons, and then it has multiple variant top cannons. And it'll have this big cannon thing that is seen in the picture, and then other AdMech weapons that are prevalent, like the conversion or irradiation cannons or whatever they're called. But so I really like it. And what's really cool also is because this is a 40K vehicle, the fact that the sponsons are pointing directly to the side doesn't matter. You're still going to be able to use them and have fun, so it's all going to be practical and everything like that. But it allowed the modeling team to do some cool modeling effects where it's like, nah, here's just some gun slits that have stubbers sticking out of them.
So if in Will, so I know most of our audience is like, well, I don't know, but 30K. So the difference between 30K and 40K right now is that if any part of the model can draw a line of sight to what you're shooting at, all the weapons can fire.
Yeah.
It's just clean.
Yeah. It's just taken out of a simulation and just been like, let's just pretend that this thing did a 360 and fired all its guns at the same time.
Sure.
Or whatever, you know?
Yeah, it was dynamic. It was moving. It's
sure.
Just,
like
static mechanics on a dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just a game. So
that's cool, man. I dig it.
So then they have like a little video about that. And then we get another boost to the Adeptus Astartes armory, which is, I think it's just one more nail in the Xenos coffin for all the Xenos players, man. It's like Xenos players have been effed in the just A
raging
forever. And it's like, well, hey guys, we know Xenos, you guys have been waiting forever, so here's another Space Marine tank. And they're like, wonderful, thank you. But it is a cool tank. Again, it like pays homage to the like the Bradley and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This is their anti-tank variant with a big O cannon.
The Repulsor Executioner.
Yeah. Thing's gonna get fucking tabled turn 1 because everybody knows it's gonna destroy you if you don't.
Armed with a pair of Belisarius' Call's latest and deadliest inventions on offer.
Yeah. And the fact it still has transport capacity is just fucking ridiculous. Like,
right.
Good lord. So yeah, that's a cool, ridiculous little Primaire Space Marine tank. And then what do they have? Join us for a record-breaking game of Warhammer 40K. And they're going to do... So this is leading into the Apocalypse stuff, right?
Yep.
So Apocalypse is going to be its own thing apparently now.
Yeah, it's its own standalone game with its own set of special rules, dice, cards. It's interesting.
I like
to say at least.
They have like movement trays for the game system. It works on a D10 system. Or
well, it's still D6s and
D20.
I'm not sure about the D10s yet. I'm not sure what they do, but they still have D6s as well. So either the D12s
like
or
D12s.
Yeah, D12s.
Yeah.
So those
Plus
are either
their own stack of stratagem cards and everything. I'm super excited to try this out.
Yeah.
I will definitely be taking my 30K Iron Hands and just because fucking Apocalypse, anything goes. So whatever. I'll run all of my Imperial armor. All my Forge World shit, dude. Not stopping me. But yeah, it looks neat, and I'm always a fan of just rolling dice and shuffling models, man.
That's where it starts at.
Yeah. So then what are we moving on to? It looks like the next thing is the Horus Heresy, which was out preview number 2, right?
This is preview number 1.
Well, no, that preview number 1 was we just finished it.
Apocalypse.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant
40K.
There were 2 Horus Heresy previews, and this is the first one.
Oh no, I'm talking about what the subtitle is.
Oh, yeah,
So
I'm not reading.
preview. So at 1 p.m. BST, preview 2, the Horus Heresy Malevolence.
Yep.
So we're starting off from that, which they have that new crazy knight that has the big old fucking swampy arms.
It's a Porphyrin, right? Variant.
Yeah,
the chassis.
Chassis. Because what's the Porphyrin's? Is the Porphyrin the Titan's name or the chassis? I can't remember.
I think it's the knight armor. I think it's the knight armor that it's wearing. Like a Cerastus has variants, right? Like there's a Cerastus Lancer, there's a Cerastus Castigator, right? I think a Porphyrin is the armor. I could be wrong, though.
Is the chassis?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't fucking know.
Only we had some internet in front of us. Let's see.
Porphyrin,
a Castus. A Castus pattern. A Castus is the knight armor,
right?
And this is the Porphyrin.
This is not
Cerastus. What's that? Yeah, this is not the Porphyrin.
This is but it is a Castus chassis.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it's got the big old conversion beamers, which look dumb as fuck. I hate this model so much. I'm telling you, dudes, like
it looks a little goofy, to say the least.
Like I like it. If only the arms were mounted to the side.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that the arms are like dangly wangly there. I don't know. Can't stand it. And then Ryan, we got some scars, dude. What are your thoughts on these scars?
Well, let's see. They showed the land speeder again, right?
Yep.
They showed the Praetor. They showed a new Praetor, I thought.
They have the dude in Mark II that is running with the
he's awesome.
And then they got the Cataphracti guy with the cyber familiar hawk.
Yep. The Eben Keshig. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So they had the actual Eben Keshig models for sale and painted. So there were folks that were buying those. Those look fantastic. I think they look really great. And I think they showed the Eben. It's funny because we're doing the White Scars Nova Open Charity Foundation auction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I didn't think they were going to come up with these units so quickly, and they came out with them pretty quick. At least, they're showing them. Some of them were on sale, so they have the Eben Keshig, the Golden Keshig, and the Falcon's Claws, and the guys for the charity army kit bashed all that. So, like Robbie did Eben Keshig, and then Nate's doing Golden Keshig, and then, of course, they come up with models.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But it all looks great. I happen to have just sold my White Scars army, so that's perfect timing for me. And
start fresh.
But that's okay. That's okay.
It was probably good because if they came out, you did not sell them and then just buy more White Scars and then sell them later. So
it was a seller's market, as it were. They're popular right now. But it's all fantastic stuff. I like seeing them get some love. They're one of my favorite legions still. So
yeah, I really like that. What is that? Baited brass or something like that?
Yeah.
What is the name of? There's a certain name for that type of metal forming.
Yeah, it's like a hammered bronze.
Yeah.
There's actually that's one cool thing that Nate did because he did that for the. On his Golden Keshig Scimitar jet bikes, he did that effect, and you can do it on resin. You can get the shaping tools that have the little brass balls at the end. So it's like just a hobby tool kind of handle with a little brass ball, and they have different diameters.
Yeah.
And you can beat into resin, or you can warm the resin up and then use those to create that same effect.
Shit.
And he did that. But it looks so good on those models. That's really pretty unique to the scars at least aesthetically, from what we've seen from any of the other legions. So I really like it.
Stand out to them. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like how it's got the two big old panels of it on the side of the Leviathan there.
The Leviathan, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan.
And then after, in between the Keshik and the Speeder, we have, is that Raldoron?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Routeron.
Fucking A, man. Look at
It's
him.
an interesting red. Like I want to see him painted somewhere different because it really reminds me of like 90s style, like just how bright
Orange
the colors
red.
are.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
I've heard people complain.
Model,
yeah, I've heard people complain about the model, but I think it's just the paint job might throw people off. Once people start painting in more modern schemes, I think you'll be.
Yeah, I mean,
agreed.
They had the same thing with Sanguinus. Everybody was kind of bitching about the model until people started painting it and having it in their hands, and they're like, "Oh, it's actually a really dope model."
People were bitching about it until they started turning the model,
Yeah,
they're
30
like, degrees.
We'll turn it 90 degrees.
Oh,
it looks really good. Yeah. He's not doing a power slide on his ass. He's actually slaying some stuff.
Also, dudes, he's got a pretty low-profile base. Like recently, I feel like characters' bases just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but his is like reasonable. I feel like
looks like a 40 mil.
He's probably no, he's standing on a 30 mil or 32 mil.
Oh, I see the.
So I
see the crevice.
The inner base is of 32 mil, so the outer base is probably a 50 maybe.
No, I'd probably say about a 40.
No way.
40.
Nah.
Well, someone's just gonna have to buy the Routeron figure.
I guess we're gonna have to. Oops. Yep. And then we got the new Dreadnought.
Yeah, the little jetpack Dreadnought.
Dude, he is sick, man. Look at those murder talons.
The talons are great, but I thought he was going to have a bigger back. Well, I guess, again, turn the model over 90 degrees, and I'm sure it'll be different.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Does any other Dreadnought in the 30K line have those murder talons?
I don't think so.
They are exclusive to Blood Angels.
And that's so cool, man, right? Because when you jump forward into 40K, that's exactly what the Blood Angel Dreadnoughts have, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Dudes, I didn't even realize this, but look into the hands. They have inbuilt assault cannons in his hands.
Yes.
Wow.
How does that work?
I gotta say though, of all the guns that are inbuilt, the Contemptor's gun hands make the most sense. Like the fingers are not going to crush the gun when they close. You know what I mean? But I want to make a note that how good this model looks, and still unique and different from the other Contemptor that the Blood Angels have.
Yeah, and it's really painted well.
Yeah, it really, like that kind of red, if they'd done Ralderon, that I think people would have been better received. Or Heat Ralderon would have been better received.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like they didn't just take the existing Blood Angels Dreadnought and be like, here's a fucking jetpack for another $15. Buy this. You know what I mean? They were like, nah, man, we're going to create a whole new kit for this. And I appreciate that. And then below that, we have the Legio Custodes and the Ares gunship, which is just ugly.
Yeah, it looks like they just took the other gunship and took the back out.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. Now, granted, the back has the energy coils for the main gun. Mm-hmm. Like, it makes sense, but...
it looks literally like half a ship.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where's the rest of my plane at, guys? Where'd you leave it?
It's great and all, but where the fuck is the rest of it?
I would have liked to have maybe that back end closed off and like a rear gunner or something or other, like a defense system added there. Like having the main guns charge up system just right there to be fucking hit, I don't think is a good idea. But
it could be another angle issue.
Exactly. Besides, what do I know about fucking sci-fi spaceships? I don't know how they work.
Like, I remember as a kid seeing the Naboo starfighters in episode 1. It's like, those are ugly. Now I'm older. It's like, they're actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they're sick, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, and dudes, below that, what do we have?
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. Demons of the Runestorm. Their Forge World's doing their own line. That's sick, dude.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
And the paint job. So
the paint job is awesome. I'm definitely taking inspiration from that.
Dude, like the whole blending colors where you don't know where one begins and the other ends and that kind of stuff. That's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that gave me some ideas for sure.
So anybody have anything else to add on the preview number 2 for the Horus Heresy?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. So I think we're heading up then to what's the next section? This is going to be at 2 p.m. BST. Blood Bowl, Adeptus Titanicus, Necromunda, and more.
Yeah, I'm going to try to share my screen a little bit so people at home can follow around.
Oh, cool. Look
Right
at
on.
you, man. All right, hero.
Scroll all the way up. We'll do Blood Bowl. Where do you want to stop at? Where do you want to?
No, you passed it already.
Everything? Past everything?
You passed it. No.
Go up just a little bit. You're good. You're almost there.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what do we got here? These little dudes. What are they? Halflings.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Any of you guys play Blood Bowl?
Awesome.
I have not.
Blood Bowl. I don't play Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Nope.
Heard it's an
Below
awesome
that.
game, but just no bandwidth for that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's your
Me
little
neither.
pitch.
I mean,
That's a
it
cool
clearly does have an audience. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep supporting it. You know what I mean?
And there's old Acorn.
Yeah. Look, that is interesting. The whole Wood Elf player. I thought it was Slaneshi immediately. I just saw like a woman figure, and I saw like what looked like tentacle hair, and I was like, oh, that's clearly a Slanesh model. But nope, I was wrong.
That is a wood elf?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Really?
The CAD one, yeah, the CAD's a Wood Elf.
Hmm.
And then below that, we got another Wood Elf thing. So
the
that's neat.
CG McKenzie says Blood Bowl is a great game. Pick it up. We'll get there one day. I've got so many unbuilt games. I still got Necromunda still in my closet, and I have not even opened that yet. So we'll get there one day.
Yeah. Great segue into the next bit, which is a CAD image of the Dalek gang.
Oh, yeah.
And they have their upgrade heads coming along. And I got to say,
Dalek or Delok?
Delok, I think.
Delok,
yeah.
Daleks are the...
I'm well aware of what
Doctor Who.
Daleks are.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Those
that's what they should have been called.
Yeah.
But they got weapon packs coming out, and I gotta say, I like these Dalek heads.
Yeah.
They're pretty neat, man.
Pretty spooky.
I think the very center one that has like the full helmet. That's that's so like Dune to me. I love it. I would put if I could somehow get bucket loads of those heads, I would do an Imperial Militia army with just those helmets, and I would do it just for those helmets too.
Yeah.
Just they're so cool.
How about these weapons? Huh?
Yeah, so these are cool. Can you expand them to where we can see them?
That's as big as I can get them.
Yeah, me neither. Or I can't.
Maybe I can. I'm afraid to zoom in. I'm not sure what will happen.
Don't. You'll break the computer.
Yeah.
Oh no!
So we got more hired gangs. Doom Runner and Ammo Jag, or Dome Runner and Ammo Jag.
Yeah.
So those guys are neat.
They're cool.
Yeah. I love Necromunda because of the ability to use like these dudes in a NPC environment.
Yes.
30. That's where I think we as a 30K community would see the best use of Necromunda models for sure.
CG McKenzie also plays Delok, so there you go.
Oh, right on, man! You got a lot of good stuff coming your way, man. Yeah, I hope you're ready for all
good
this
weekend for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this crazy dude, right? What with this executioner dude covered in candles? Good lord, man!
It's like, who lights all those for you, dude?
Fucking somebody.
The rats, man.
Yeah, the rats.
Oh, Dave, I know you're into this one. The
trailer for the Enforcers.
Yeah, baby.
Can we play that? Is that like?
We could try.
Is that yeah?
Yeah, let's give it a shot, man.
It's only like 30 seconds, and it's so good. Starts out slow.
Mm-hmm.
There may not be any audio.
Yeah, I don't know if Jesse can capture audio.
It's okay. There's some crazy shit going on. There's some shotgun sounds, man. There's some like Gamma 3 breach. you know, and like they're gonna go through the door. It's fucking badass.
So every time you talk, it just goes to your face and it cuts the video out.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop talking.
Boom, explosion, and then it's got their sigil right there. Look at that.
Yeah. Bam. All right. So I won't try to narrate anymore.
How dare
But yeah,
you?
I know.
I think it was more entertaining and more informative, personally.
But yeah, so enforcers are coming. Now, what's important? Enforcers are not RBDs.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
fair
RB yeah, and so this is a big thing. So RBDs are like the Adepta Terra's like law enforcement wing, right? So like they are beholden only to Terra and to one of the High Lords, right? One of the High Lords is the Lord of the Adepta, the RBDs, right? So they're kind of like this planetary enforcement. Enforcers are local to a planetary governor, right? So they can take on all kind of shapes and sizes and, you know, look different and shit. What are we looking at right now, Jessica?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
The fuck is going on?
Turn
Oh,
your
there we go. Okay.
All right, cool.
Anyway.
Yeah. So no, I'm super excited about the enforcers. I think they're going to be awesome.
Yeah,
Very cool.
man. Absolutely. And then we got what I'm interested in. Titanicus. So we got the warp missile for the Reaver. We got the Mauler bolt cannon for the Reaver. Now this Reaver is shown. It's the same Reaver in both those pictures, and it's shown with two of the macro Gatling blasters. And I'm wondering
Just
if
Gatling.
there's, or is it the Gatling blasters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm wondering then if they're saying that the Gatling blasters, if you want two, you can you can buy them separately. I doubt it. I'm probably reading too into this, honestly. Because the kit
So
doesn't
like
come
that
with...
that loadout right there, you can do that right now, Will.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because the kit only comes with one macro cannon.
Yeah, you have to buy kits.
Right, but I'm saying I was inferring that maybe they were going to sell additional weapons, so you could buy just one Reaver and then buy a single weapon of resin as an upgrade, possibly.
Ooh.
I don't see them ever doing that, though.
I don't think they'll do. No, I don't think they'll take plastic kits and turn them into resin. It'd be cool, but I don't. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be the whole kit. It would just be the weapon.
They do
Just
it.
like they've done.
They do that now.
What do you mean?
They do that now. Yeah, I mean, so with the Warlord and the Reaver, you can buy the weapons upgrade kits separately now.
Yes, I know.
I believe.
I was thinking that maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so we got the Knights also, and these look like they might be new kits.
Yeah.
Because they have different heads, new arms, and missiles. Now, those might just be upgrade kits, right? Where you just buy a pack of 3 Knights for $35.
Can you click on that one, Jesse? The Questoris one? Can you click on that?
Yeah.
That's the Canis Rex model. That's gorgeous. I want that.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it? No.
Yeah, I think so. Is it not
No.
Canis Rex?
No, it's not.
Are you sure, Will?
Canis Rex has an energy weapon, the Energy Lance. Not.
No, you're right. You're right. But it's got the hand.
Yeah, it's definitely got a power fist, and
Yeah.
it's got the same faceplate as as Rex does.
Yeah.
But his primary weapon, and it's a different color scheme.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
But also, we got the Porphyrins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck, those are cool. Yeah. And we got to sneak at their data cards, too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to
enlarge that.
Yeah, you can't enhance. The resolution will just go down.
Yeah, I know. But it looks like they have
enhance
a shit ton of hull points. And then what's really cool, I love all the like the little sceneries, the little
doing
scatter
it,
terrain.
Easy. Little sceneries. Yeah, these guys here.
Yeah, those are so cool, man. Adding those to the Adeptus Titanicus Forge World board, I think it would be fucking sweet.
No, these look great.
Can we get some of this stuff in 28 millimeter? You know?
No, you cannot.
No. Okay. Just for me, no.
Although this looks familiar.
Yeah, that's already a Forge World tile.
It is.
Yeah, it's
on
nice
one of their boards, right?
Shrink it down.
That's right.
It's built into the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's I really enjoyed that. And then Imperial Aeronautica.
Play it. I won't talk. It's so good. So fucking good. So,
I mean, we didn't get much from it. We just got the title, but
no. So here are my thoughts, and I don't know where you guys come down on this. So Aeronautica Imperialis was only out for like 2 years max from Forge World, when Forge World was still producing it. I don't think they changed it. I think they're bringing it back exactly like it was. I think they're going to roll it out and see what happens.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I think they've... So here's my thing. I think they have some warehouse backlog of models that never got released. And I think this is a low-cost strategy to test the market. I think they've looked at the secondary market. They've seen what Aeronautica Imperialis goes for on secondary markets, and they just test the waters, man. Roll it out, and they've got the backlog and they've got the stock to roll it out. And if it is different, I would be amazed.
Yep. CG McKenzie says, "Come to the Specialist Games Dark Side." And I know for myself personally, I don't play too many Specialist games, but you're in the right place if you want to talk Specialist games. Like Austin, David, they are balls deep into it.
Yeah, we've had some good games of Aeronautica Imperialis, and I think it's a game that deserves a re-release, right? It just wasn't out there long enough, and the supplement that it got, Tactica, I think Imperialis or whatever, Tactica Aeronautica, had a campaign section that was written by Alan Bly. That's fucking genius, man. It's amazing. And I think
excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
I didn't know that was coming.
Hey, good. No, I think it deserves a re-release, and I think it'll be awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what scale, but assuming the same scale.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. A part of me thinks that they're going to change something just to keep up with competitors that have done dogfight stuff, you know? I mean, there's X-Wing out there. There's Deadly Skies. Those are two I know of. I think Deadly Skies is the Warlord games?
You mean
Red Skies?
Wings
Skies.
of Glory?
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, Wings of Glory is another one. So there's already some... I think they may have to change something to bring it in line to compete. But then again, it's fine if they don't, I think.
I think you may see them, to Dave's point, it would make a lot of sense if they had a backlog of designs. But you'd probably see them maybe updating the designs in CAD, because they've talked about going back on some of the older hand-sculpted models and putting those back in CAD so they can play with the sizes and everything. So you may see some updates like that that are relatively low cost. to
Bring
see
in
how
some of
things
the
go.
newer flyers.
Yeah.
Primaris Lightnings, the Xiphons, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly, Will.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad thing. And man, I'm fucking all for anything that brings back Micro Machine feelings. You know what I mean? Anything that makes me feel like I'm playing with Micro Machines again. Adeptus Titanicus, Aeronautica, even if it's just to collect them, I'm down, dude. Let me do it. That's what I want, you know?
Nice.
So what's next then? What do we got next? We got what is it? 3 p.m. Age of Sigmar.
Mm-hmm.
So what do they have? The new General's Handbook. Pitched battle profiles.
1 second.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. All right, Age of Sigmar. Got your new General's Handbook, pitch battles.
Yeah. Look at the General Handbook 2019. They're going to have hidden agendas, which are always cool. Anytime there's like what is it? Warhammer 40K did it with the open war deck, where it was like if you did this one objective, you would win, but it would always be like a very difficult one.
Oh yeah, it was like the tactical objectives deck back in 7th edition.
No. I'm talking about in well, I don't know. No, not the same, because that was like for Maelstrom and those game types that use objective cards, right?
Yeah.
This was like a sudden death thing where each player
gotcha.
would draw a sudden death card, and if you accomplish a sudden death, that's it. You're done. You win.
Mm-hmm.
Close quarter battles. I don't understand how a game that comprises of 90% melee could get any closer than that, but maybe you start off in base to base. I don't know.
Or maybe it's their effective. Maybe this is their version of Zone Mortalis.
That's honestly probably what it is. Yes. But the game is already very fast, and you get into combat really quick. So I don't. Mm-hmm. I mean, making it even tighter would be pretty cool. Narrative play is always good. That's great to see.
Name generators.
Yeah, the name generators. So you can give your special characters names and everything like that. If you've ever done one of the Path to Glory campaigns that the Age of Sigmar has, those are fun. Mm-hmm. Where you start off with a single character, and as they level up, they get more followers and that kind of stuff to make their war band even bigger. Mm-hmm. So, and then what is it? We got like more for Warcry, which is their little gladiator dudes for Age of Sigmar, which are always cool. And then they got this new. Is this a new faction, the Fang dudes? Are they part of the?
Yep. So they're slowly revealing the factions one by one.
Yeah.
Before the actual game releases, and these guys. The Splintered Fang, some really beautiful, like everything I've seen of Warcry so far, their models have just been outrageous. Like they look great.
Yeah. Really flipping cool. I really dig these guys' plumes that they have on their helmets. Yeah. Their swords are super sweet.
I mean, look at this guy.
That spear.
Yeah, man, I know.
The dude with the spear, we can do a lot with that spear, man.
Oh, this guy right here. Yeah, there's this guy right here.
Yeah.
They're all in on this, man. I mean, mm-hmm. It just makes me wish I was getting into the hobby now and not like 25 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
I just feel like I've got too much baggage, you know? I want to play Age of Sigmar. It's just, I can't. I don't.
Yeah, man, we only have so much bandwidth, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, you know, and I've invested 25 years into the old lore, and I just, you know, I'm happy, and I want to play my square bases, dude.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I think
third season of Warhammer Underworlds, which I stopped playing when the second one came out, not because I thought it was bad, it was just I didn't feel like learning new mechanics. It was a really fun game in the first season. Mm-hmm. But then I had magic, and I was like, I can't keep up.
Yeah,
it was my little delve into Sigmar, and it was a lot of fun. But
is that a card game, or is that the one where you have like a small 2 or 3 man group that you fight?
It is a hybrid card game skirmish battle. So you have you have a war band.
The two tile game, right?
Yes, yeah. You had like a war band of 3 to 8 miniatures. and you had different cards that you can play as you moved and fought, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But,
I wonder what season 3 is going to bring in then.
I
All
don't
new
know.
war bands. They got this crazy fucking lion, so that's
Yep.
cool.
There you go.
Very nice. Well, Sigmar players out there, I know I've delved into the Sigmar. I really like it. It's very relaxed. What's that?
Are you playing?
Yeah, I have some Stormcast Eternals from the Soul Wars box.
That's badass, dude.
Just a small force, nothing crazy, but like enough to play with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun game. It's very relaxed, and
It is.
Yeah, you can do it competitively, but I don't think people here in Richmond, anyways, do it not.
It's the most flexible game I've played.
Yeah.
Like in terms of flexible games, I've played Age of Sigmar probably like a handful of times, maybe 6, maybe 12 times. It's super flexible and it's very fun, and it just ends quickly, and there's usually overwhelming destruction. Like there's death and destruction on one side. It's
mortal
fun.
wounds everywhere, dude. Yeah. So then what do we have? Lord of the Rings is next, right? Preview number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any heresy-related things?
Well, we already did the heresy stuff.
Man, is this a heresy podcast?
No.
Do you want to fast forward to the heresy stuff?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, all right. Stand by.
I was kind of with you for some of that. Then you started talking about Lord of the Rings, and I was like, "Oh God!"
Now we've really run off the.
Really, Ryan's.
I do want to
check out.
Do want to share?
What?
What is this? Look at that! Look at that artwork.
Oh man! This is good.
That was the first thing I saw on Sunday, and I was like, "Oh boy,
yeah,
Christmas is coming!" And
more traders.
Yeah, and spoilers. Like this is what I fully expected to see of Dark Angels for the next 10 months. Like this is the only little tidbit that I was going to see. Little did I know.
Yeah.
So Golden Demon.
What did you end up learning then?
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
So.
Golden Demon's coming back to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adepticon.
Yeah. I have a reason to go to Adepticon in 2020 now, just to see some Golden Demon action.
Come.
Yeah. They go on a lot, like about clothes and bullshit. Like
yeah. So going straight up, we got some Mechanicum armigers.
Yeah, baby. And these are fucking cool. So they have a grav cannon variant, a conversion beamer carrier variant, the Volkite boy, and the dual lightning gun boy.
And they're 100% heresy, right? They're House Malanax.
Yeah. These are heresy era for sure.
You can't ask for more heresy than that.
Yeah. They'll probably get 40K rules later, but for now, they belong to the heresy crowd.
Nice.
Yeah. They got the siege claws. Actually, let me try to zoom in on the siege claws here on my end, if it will let me, to see if they do. So the siege claws have rad cleansers in them too. So, fucking A, man. These little boys with rad cleansers and like the fucking grav guns, man. I wonder if you could. So you have the dual lightning gun boy, right?
Yeah.
And he's pretty neat. It looks like his lightning guns are not just lightning guns, though. You see that? It looks like they have additional coiling or something like that on them.
Come on, these guys right here.
You think that's a new weapon, Will?
No, it's definitely a lightning variant. Zoom into it again, Jesse.
This one right here.
That thing, yeah.
No, the lightning gun. That's a conversion beamer.
I don't know my Mechanicum stuff. Is this
That's a lightning gun.
Huh, okay.
So it's got the 2 lightning guns, right? Now zoom in on the one that's on the left so you get the good angle on it.
It won't let me zoom in, but yeah.
They're both the same.
Well, they are the same weapon, but I want you to look at the one that's on the armature left, viewer right.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah. Do you see how it's got like those extra coils and that kind of stuff on it?
Dude, it's the same lightning gun that is on the Carachnos.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the 3-shot lightning gun.
That's what it is. I figured those extra coils would do something. So
yeah,
sweet.
It's very similar in style to the Karachnos lightning guns.
Oh, you're right, dude, isn't it? Yeah. And that little thing is fucking sweet. But yeah, like I said, it's got the conversion beamer, the grav gun. Do you guys think you'll be able to put 2 of the ranged weapons on this guy?
What does that mean, Ryan, when you say it's the same weapon as what's on the Karachnos? Like, what's the range on that?
So it's the same profile so lightning gun is 18-inch range, strength 7, AP 5, shred. But on the Karachnos, they did it as a turret, so it was 3 shots. So then it got to fire independently. So you got to fire 6 shots total between the 2 guns. If it's the same stats, then it's only 18-inch range, strength 7, AP 5, shred.
And rending, right?
Yeah, it does have a rend. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've fired one. They're good. I mean, compared to the other Armiger weapons out there, like I'm really interested in the Volkite one with that claw, because it just looks badass. But
it's a Volkite culverin, isn't it?
I think it's a heavier version than the culverin.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like the Styrex. It's kind of the same loadout as the whether it's the Styrex or Majura. I can't remember which one has the Volkite and the claw with the rad cleanser.
Okay,
it's a baby version of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a baby version of that. So it'll be interesting to see the ranges and everything, because the Armiger cannons, the Helverin cannons, I think they're called, they're really good in Heresy.
Yeah.
These will be really interesting. I like the Carapace and how they're taking the cues from the Mechanicum stuff from the Forge World kits. Like they look really good. They're cool.
Yeah, those heads look great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Carapace, do you guys notice how these don't have Carapace mounted weapons?
Yeah.
And instead have some sort of shielding unit right there? I wonder if these guys will have flare shields.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, check that out, man. They do have like a little shielding unit up there where the turret should be. Yeah.
Tiny little nub.
So what I would like to do, if the claw is optional, I would like to take one dude with dual grav guns or grav cannons. Just have him as a mobile grav platform. That'd be pretty sick. And then polar opposite, have one dude with dual claws and just have him run in with 2 rad cleansers and go pinchy pinch on a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I think these guys are awesome.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they're going to sell them in pairs with the upgrades, or how they're going to skin that. But I would probably get some for my Mechanicum. Yeah, almost certainly.
Definitely.
So yeah, that was great and all, but oh my god.
So anyway, the white scars were really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get enough love.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, Dark Angels had some really cool stuff. Both their Praetors looked badass.
Holy shit. I am
like that dude with the shield.
I am so happy, so satisfied. I am not disappointed 100%.
Yeah.
Leviathan looks great.
Dope. But hold on, Jesse. Yeah, you're not disappointed 100%, which means there's some percent of you that is disappointed.
Well, I'm disappointed that's not in my hand right now. How about that?
Okay, gotcha.
But holy crap! And I may be biased. I am biased, but that's got to be one of the sickest Cataphracti Terminators I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No,
he looks great.
Yeah. And I think he blends in well with some of your stuff already has Dark Angel iconography and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to blend in perfectly, dude.
Oh yeah, I love how on this Cataphracti the leather straps also have chainmail on them.
Yes,
which is really sweet.
Yeah,
and you never have enough chainmail.
No.
Yeah, even if you have space armor, chainmail is always needed. I like that there's a lot of good callbacks to the 40K line, right? Mm-hmm. They have like what the fuck are those little balls that carry
incense
stages? Yeah.
Hey Jesse, go back to the dude with the beard who's bald. Who is that?
I mean, that's your generic Praetor. I don't know if any specific character described as such. But then again, in my head, like I might have skipped some details of, descriptions of characters. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a
no. He's not a named
shield,
character,
man. You don't think so, Will?
No, he's not. That's a regular
because
Praetor.
The releases have all had generic Praetors come out. I really can't wait to see what the winged helm looks like on this guy.
Shit, yeah, dude.
I'm thinking. So I'm a little disappointed in the sword because the sword looks like a standard 40K sword.
Yeah, I got to see a different angle of it.
Yeah, that's true. But how cool would it be if they got like a special breacher unit or something?
What's the decal?
They use those shields.
Like that uses kite shields instead of breaching shields.
Yeah, that'd be badass. And had some sort of like Phosphex or like Dark Age.
Well, see, this is the thing. Like with
stuff.
Dark Angels, like I have no idea what to expect with their special unit is because they've got special units for everything.
Yeah,
they have the Death Wing with Terminators. You have the Dread Wing with their Destroyer units. Like there's no telling what's going to be their special units.
Yeah.
Could be all of them. I heard apparently they're going to try to do the whole hexagrammaton, which I'm not going to complain one bit.
What are the
That's what all 8 of their special.
All 6 wings.
Oh, 6 wings.
Yeah. What?
Hexa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
so, yeah,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can we talk about
go back to the bald guy for just 1 second?
Sure.
What's the icon on his shield?
Which one? This one here?
Yeah.
The lion?
It's a lion. It's hard to say. Like
it looks like a griffin head.
Yeah,
no,
there's
it's the same that's on his knee.
Yeah. It's a decal that they're going to release. It's what is it? A Calibanite lion, maybe?
Possibly. Yeah. Like that. I think reading some of the descriptions from the seminar, they said they're going to not really delve into Caliban-based units this time around. They're going to focus solely on the Terran stuff, but obviously with the lion and stuff, they're going to have
because they need the loyalists, Dark Angels, to.
I mean, look at the Dreadnoughts though. The Dreadnoughts both have the Calibanite lion on them.
I mean, you could say it's Calibanite lion, or it could be just your standard lion that you can see from a.
Listen, Jesse.
Okay.
Regular lions don't exist in their world, okay? All they have are Calibanite lions. Yeah. That's it.
That's true. It's like here, we have Terran lions.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for seeing my point.
I got you. I understand.
Happy you've joined me.
But wait, no, if we turn that logic around, then all their lions are lions to them, and we call them Calibanite lions.
Exactly, because we're Terrans and we're the masters of this galaxy. So
anyway, this is all fucking awesome, and I will be picking all of this shit up once it's released.
Hey, can we talk about the Contemptor, man? Look at that layered plating on the shoulder and like the chains around his chest. I mean,
the banded metal.
The candles, the candles on his head.
Right?
Yeah, he looks great.
Yep.
He's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord!
Mm-hmm.
And so they staying on the Dark Angels theme because I know I can just hear the squeeze in Jesse's voice. He's just so excited.
Yeah, no, this
I know you've
exceeded
been waiting
my
forever.
These have exceeded my expectations.
So they weren't sitting on their ass all the time. They talk about, oh yeah, Dark Angels are coming.
Speaking, it's the
they've been doing a lot of work
thing.
on them.
The craziest thing is the fact that these are all painted, ready to go. They didn't even bother to show us the CADs years ago or anything like that. Like, okay, these are all painted up, ready to go.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Like the other ones, like they'll reveal like a CAD drawing or here's a mock-up of what it's going to look like. And
it does make you think that their original plan of including Dark Angels in Book 8, they were probably further along in their development, which they've already. I believe they said in the Sunday session that Book 9 is well into development, and they're doing play testing and such.
Perfect.
So I would expect to see Book 9 within a year. I would think.
I'd love that, man. If we could get back on schedule, where we're
give me my birthday,
at least one a year. Yeah,
I want Christmas.
Christmas.
I will say I am extremely shocked that I got to see these Dark Angel models before the con has shown up yet. What gives?
Yeah, that's
now, that being
interesting.
said, now I talk about it, like Dorn forever was not around.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dorn was in what, book 2, 3?
Yeah, something like that.
And it was like book 7, 6, 7 by the time he came out. So who knows? I might be 40 when the line comes out. I mean, there's still a chance.
Maybe.
So.
Old man Jesse finally got his lion model.
Yeah. I mean, I think the con will be out within the year.
Probably. It's got to be close.
Most likely. I mean, they're down to just a handful of Primarchs that haven't been released. Right?
Just those two, Lion and the con.
So, and the con has rules and the Lion does not. So I would expect to see him within a year.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so too, because I'm really curious to see. Like, they said it's 2 separate models, right? One on the bike, one out, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that true? Does Alfarius have rules?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Alfarius has had rules for a long time.
Yeah, man. But he only got his model in the last year. So
right.
some of them do lag for quite. And yeah, you're right. Dorn has had rules for years and just got his model in the last year and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this Golden Demon right now. The Golden Demon winner.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
there are a lot of beautiful. That's one thing I really love out of these is all the Golden Demon stuff, and it's crazy when you start. Because they do a sticker system. They have like 3 rounds, and you get different stickers if you make it past the round.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many, many, many entries that made it past the 3 rounds and had all the stickers, but they just didn't. They got pins or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just so highly competitive, and you can tell there's so much beautiful work.
Very cool, man. It's fucking insane. Seeing that dude holster up that Slayer sword. Oh, baby. Good stuff. But I think that wraps it up then, right? After that Horus Heresy bit, we get on to Golden Demon. And then, again, they finish it out by pushing Citadel Color one more time along with Golden Demon. So,
yep.
I think, so I posted something. I mean, I don't know how much more of the actual review we're going to talk about or the weekend. But if you go over to Age of Darkness, another podcast, Miles at Age of Darkness posted a review of, I think it was the Sunday discussion they had.
Mm-hmm.
Specific to, there was quite a bit in there, and it had a lot to do with Malevolence, but he was talking about demons. So talking with the developers about Demons of the Ruinstorm. And I had posted something in Maryland 30K, but, basically they said, we know Demons of the Ruinstorm could be taken advantage of by players, right? It was completely designed, if a player wanted to, right? It was completely designed for a narrative game or narrative event where players came to a gentleman's agreement or a player agreement on what they wanted to play and how they wanted to do it, right? So it's just a little point because everybody's, a lot of people are excited about Demons of the Ruinstorm, but I think we're going to be learning a lot about how they're best played in events,
Yeah.
And then there's going to probably have to be some pretty heavy self-regulation because you could abuse the hell out of that list. But I think it's cool that they put it in there as an option with the full understanding that you had the leeway to do something really super narrative, try to have fun with it.
So Ryan, I think where it puts the burden on the EO is that in a lot of tournaments or a lot of event settings, it's incumbent on the EO to design games where everybody plays the same mission regardless. So you have the same objectives regardless. And that doesn't work with demons.
No.
Right. And so this becomes sort of the incumbent on the EOs. So if you bring in a demon list, are they going to let you play your own objectives? Or maybe you have to play your own objectives,
Yeah. I mean, this is something we were kicking around for the event organizers for Nova, and we're probably going to make the determination for most of the events. I won't speak for all of the events, but for most of the events, demons are going to be completely good to go. You're going to be able to use all the Book 8 stuff. But we're not going to, my initial thought was, okay, let's see how demons are going to play out. Maybe make them at most you can take an allied detachment. But we are also getting pretty close to Nova, so people who have planned out demons and are planning to run that for their main army, we don't want to put them off either. So it's going to be one of those things. I fully expect there's probably going to be 2 or 3 people. If you're listening and you're one of these people, don't fucking do it. 2 or 3 people who are just going to be like, oh, I'm going to bring the hurt. And unless you're playing in Excruciatus or you're playing in the Big Blam, if you're playing one of the other events, don't do it. At the same time, like, I'm building a demon. I built a 3,000 point demon list. Like, I'm building it right now. I have no idea if it's an overpowered list. I have a bunch of non-standard, non-GW models, which is going to blow some minds in this list. And it could be hot garbage or it could be the best thing since sliced bread, and I have no idea. So I think there's going to be some learning in the community and before we really know kind of what's acceptable. Like, is running 25 brutes in a 3,000 point list, is that okay?
So Ryan, I think what you do is you take the Custodies players, and you put them up against the demon players, and you just wash your hands of the whole thing, man.
Well, no, that's right. So we do Master of Mankind.
Yeah.
And we just let all the OP armies, we let
the
Talon
Custodians got their
Mech.
nerf. The Custodians got their nerf.
Yeah. But I'm sure they're still pretty badass.
Put them against Mechanicum. I want to see that.
Yeah, that's it. You put all the OP armies, under the palace, and you get Mechanicum and Custodes all killing each other. And what's up?
I said, make sure you put militia in with the OP dudes also.
Yeah, those OP militia.
I do want to see
mortals.
Bullshit.
I do want to see militia versus demons.
How about militia with demon allies? Yeah.
What?
I think that's it, though, man. I don't know if you guys want to talk about anything else. It was a pretty good weekend. It was very well rounded. I think a lot of systems, a lot of people got love, which is nice to see.
It was nice to see like new heresy stuff. Like, I was worried that they were just at the end of the day just going to solely just keep that to the heresy weekender and not.
No, I mean they're clearly cranking out good content because they have enough for weekenders for heresy and they have enough to sprinkle it in. And they're just pushing full steam ahead on a lot of these systems. I would have expected Necromunda and some of those other systems to start to peter out, but they're still putting out content.
Yeah.
So
no.
Business must be good.
Yeah, man. I think you nailed it, Rand. Like, everything is getting some love, dude, and it's good to see no matter what game you're playing. Fucking even Lord of the Rings, man, still getting love.
I think Lord of the Rings is getting a big resurgence.
I think so, especially with that box set they put out around last Nova?
Yeah. All the lurking basement Lord of the Rings players are coming out of the woodwork. They're like, yes, finally use these models.
Precious Lord of the Rings.
Now, that being said, those Lord of the Rings guys, they take the hobby to the next level.
Yeah, their tables.
The tables at Nova. The guy who does those tables, those like world renowned. And apparently, I found this out talking to some of the Nova folks. Is that event organizer who does all those fantastic tables? Like, that's one of the I walk around every year to take pictures of tables and stuff, and I always stop at the Lord of the Rings. But he's even pulled over to Nottingham. They've pulled him over to GW Maine to run some events and to do some testing and stuff. Like, he's like a big deal in the Lord of the Rings community. So,
whoa, careful with this. Be careful.
That's just that's fantastic TV right there.
Right.
Anyway, la la la. Look at me. Don't direct your attention over there.
What?
What?
Did you guys get my penis or something? What?
I hope not.
Wow.
Please don't.
Anyway,
That's our first YouTube stream and our last YouTube stream.
I'm never bringing any of you back again to this. Spent an hour and a half trying to figure out this goddamn thing, and this is what I get in return.
Mm-hmm. But no, I think it was good. I think the week was great. We got a lot to look forward to in the coming year, and I think it's gonna be just fucking stellar.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So thanks to everybody who came to watch us. We had 4 people.
All
Thanks,
2 of you.
guys.
Oh, all 4 of you.
Yeah. Hey, for a last minute, live stream, I'm pretty happy with that. Check us out if you. Actually, the only way you probably would have gotten here is through the Facebook. So be sure to check out our Facebook webpage at facebook.com, R30K Podcast. Tell a friend. We always enjoy people sharing our pet the dog, share a friend. Wait. But yeah, so and now it's just collapsing. Now this live stream is now collapsed. Thank you all so much for coming. And until next time.
Hey, you got any plugs?
Don't
fucking plug it.
Plug it.
Oh, I don't have any. No, I want to. I'm going to plug Black Mariah Design, BMD. They do laser cutting. They sell a bunch of terrain. They go to Nova and stuff. I just bought a paint rack from them. Really nice.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I even went back to their store a couple days later and added some more stuff. So they're local to Maryland. They're out of Baltimore, and they've got someone just north of Baltimore. But they're local Marylanders. What's up?
What's that name again?
Black Mariah Designs.
Excellent. I will check them out.
Yeah.
Always support local business, even if
yes, sir.
Next state over.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Will, you got anything to plug?
Lancaster Painting. I've been a little bit more active there, and I will continue to be more active. That's it. That's all I got.
Dave, how about yourself?
Good. I will plug Lancaster Painting because Will is the man. And go check out those Emperor Spears.
Yeah, man. That's from a customer, so yeah.
Those are quite beautiful.
Yeah.
That blue was awesome, and like I said, it was all inks too. So
yeah, the man-child who commissioned those must be very happy.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. And thank you to our top tier patrons, Alex Selth, Chris Mack, and Joe Kirkus. Thank you guys so much. $8 a month. That is fantastic. That helps take care of all our hosting needs and bank a little way on the side for little equipment upgrades. It's going to be really nice. So thank you so much for that. And with that, I really don't have anything to plug. We will be at Nova. Come Wednesday night will be trivia night. I'll be writing up an event for that here pretty soon and posting on the Facebook page. But other than that, I'm good to go.
Oh, be on the lookout for some pretty cool battle reports coming up from Remembrancers Retreat.
On our blog.
We got a little something coming up for you. So
it's going to be good. This weekend, if you're in the Richmond area, swing on down to the Midlothian Turnpike down to Battlegrounds. A lot of us are going to be hanging out there, playing some battles, hanging out, chilling out. It's going to be
doing
a good time.
some legal drugs, all kinds of stuff, guys.
Only the legal ones. Only the legal ones. I prefer alcohol, but yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dudes, thank you very much. I had a good chat with y'all.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Come here.
All right. Well, with that being said, have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Don't fucking do that ever again. I will kick you off this thing forever.
Jesus, what just happened?
Come here.
All right, I'm just gonna hit stop now.
Just hit stop.
We're not stopped yet?
Nope, we're not. There we go.